second devotion, following the one about Isaac. I tried to redo it and make it cute, cut out some of the doubt, and it did not work out. I have to be authentic with the Holy Spirit. I have to be honest, and there's nothing off the table, nothing off limits. The Holy Spirit is not offended by my questions because it could be an obstacle if I don't give it. You know what I mean? If I don't ask. If I don't, give it away rather than hold on to it. So what is this Holy Spirit? Give it away. That's why I pause. Like, what do you mean give it away? Give away my questions? What does that mean? Oh my gosh, give it away. Give away the doubt. Because my idea of giving away is not holding on to it, but then it's like, give it away. Okay. I know there's a song, I give myself away. Give it away. Don't hold on. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Oh, geez, that's a deep one. So anyways, I guess, Lord, I'll go to the one of the platforms. I'm not going to do that now. Let's move on to something else, Lord. Let's see. What? I mean, I don't know. I did a devotion about Isaac. I unpacked some things. But still iffy. Because where I left off, okay, is that what it is? Where I left off is, do the sins of the father visit the children? So guys, this is maybe a continuation because I didn't finish processing it. I think I put that up. I don't know where that went to, but that was a few days ago, and I just left it there like, It's such a tough subject because I saw a minister literally weeping in the pulpit. And I didn't get it. I'm like, why is he crying? Other than the hurtful story of what was going on in his family with his child suffering and having lost her vision and several strokes, like something's not right, something's not coming together. Because he proceeded to talk about Isaac of the Bible. I'm like, I'm not connecting that dot, Lord. I'm not connecting the dots. Why is he talking about faith in God and or Abraham's faith in God through the test or the trial of sacrificing his soul? I'm like, what am I missing? And what am I trying not to see? Because do I ever come back here? Because I don't know. Just, And so it was almost like God warned me to listen. Listen wherever I am. There's a distinct sound to the Holy Spirit. There's a distinct sound to truth. There is a distinct sound to love. And if ever I'm in a place of doubt or confusion, okay, Holy Spirit, where's your sound? Regardless of text, translations, interpretations, of anything else, I have to go directly to the source, Holy Spirit. So maybe I'm giving that away. I'm giving away the stuff that I should not hold on to, that might not sound like the Holy Spirit or of the Spirit to me. Because one thing, the Holy Spirit will not stand by everything that's out there. every sermon, every interpretation, every translation is not necessarily from the sound of God, the sound of the Spirit. I'm like, okay. I can write poetry and fantasize and go into, Never Ever Land or whatnot. And in my head, and I can't say, it's all what the Spirit. It could just be my rationalizing, my reasoning, my human reasoning of things. And then the Spirit will bring clarity, will bring understanding. Okay, I know you feel this way because I'm in, earthly form. My temple, my vessel that I'm in is not perfect. In other words, things can come in from even out, my surroundings, my environment, to influence my train of thought, my mentality, my personality, my character. So when I do release it, give it away or unpack it, process it, it will show me. It will bring light, into whatever it is and talk me through it, okay? So I can only imagine that if that's true for me, that's everyone. Nobody's exempt. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's above God, right? The Holy Spirit, or God, is no respecter of persons. And so that is what the Spirit has given me. Okay, I won't keep going on about that. I think that's clear. So, will the sins visit the children? I'm like, well, Lord, are they in the wrong place at the wrong time? Are they guiding them into an area where they should not be? Have they strayed from your truth, from your home? I'm not judging anyone in particular, but that Bible verse, why would that be? Why would that be the case with the sins of the father, fall upon their children? Why is the father not held accountable for what he's done? Or is he held accountable, but because of his actions to his seed, they're the recipients of whatever, covering they're under, whatever umbrella they're under. So it's not that they deserve it, but they're just there. Oh, I didn't think about it that way. They're there under him. Oh, Lord, so I may have judged that what I'm seeing is because, God doesn't care, the Spirit doesn't care. That's how I processed that. That's how I understood it. That if it falls upon the kids, then, that are innocent, then no, God doesn't care. But it's like if I was to follow, well, I think I made that clear. A shepherd and his flock. If he leads them over to some non-green pastures, to some place where they're, they can become ill or they're, not safe, then, what will happen to the flock under the shepherd? Okay. It wasn't the shepherd's idea they were doing, but the sheep, the flock's idea they were doing, but they were just following. They didn't stray from, the shepherd. So that's why it's important to be a good shepherd and to hear the voice of God beyond our physical sight, I suppose. Okay, Lord, I understand that better. I felt like I was rambling, but I get that a bit more now. So I got all these DMs. I'm like, Lord, I don't even really go in my box like that. I started the spiritual journey and I've had to post things online. And I refer to it as a poetic ministry, or instructional poems, maybe in a way. God is instructing me or showing me, or in ways. I didn't mention the fantasizing part because I do go into a lot of other areas, but there's some things that are more, I think, dedicated, to the pen, to writing, about certain subject matters. There's stuff about love, humanity, poverty. There's some funny stuff, whatever. Just a lot of different subject matters, but relationships, all kinds of stuff, and fantasy. It's not limited to just one thing strictly. It's multifaceted, like my being. Yes, complex. So I was like, well, do I just add them? So I was just adding people I didn't know, and then all these images come forward. Like, oh my God, that's not what I was trying to add. Why was this sent to me? Why would someone send me all this garbage? Like, I'm not even trying to see all this mess. I'm like, do I delete? No, just leave it there. After I deleted a couple, like, well, I'm not trying to police this stuff. That's not me. That wasn't my doing. So I think the way I think the Spirit looks at it is I cannot account for what someone else has done in their mind and their actions. I can only account for Sharice, why I did something, right? They can look up, anyone can look up the, the poetry, whatever, and read it or listen to the devotions without being added. So I'm like, oh Lord, all this stuff, I don't know. I had no clue, but anyways, I'm like, all of these that have come through, Lord, how many really come in your name represent you? How many can you attest for? Is that the word? How many can you, say, yes, I approve? So is that going into that idea of being led somewhere that's not of God? That's not you, Holy Spirit. I don't know what my time is, so I'm not even looking at it. Like, there is a difference. There is a difference, Holy Spirit, when it's you and when it's not. Not that anyone's perfect, like I said, but our actions, our motives, our walk, our lifestyle, what we're doing, what we're asked to do. Lord, at the end of the day, is it you? Is it the Holy Spirit? So that's how I look at it, like, okay, did the Holy Spirit bring this to me? And if it didn't, then no. Other than that, it's a ministry.